the lesser-known secrets of Albert Einstein that he probably wished would stay hidden. Many of us think we know Albert Einstein, the brilliant physicist who gave us the theory of relativity. But what if I told you that there's more to this iconic figure than meets the eye? There are aspects of his life and thoughts that might challenge everything you thought you knew about him. When we think of Einstein, we usually picture a brilliant but absent-minded professor. However, this image doesn't quite fit the reality. In fact, Einstein was known for his razor-sharp wit and his ability to think on his feet. He was a charismatic figure who could hold his own in any conversation, and his lecture notes were always meticulously organized. We often hear about Einstein's theory of relativity, but what about his views on quantum mechanics? Most people assume that he was a huge supporter of the theory, but in reality, he was a vocal critic. He famously debated with Niels Bohr about the principles of quantum mechanics, and his opinions on the subject were far more nuanced than we're often led to believe. And then, of course, there's the myth that Einstein failed math in school. It's a story that's been repeated so often that it's become an urban legend. But the truth is that Einstein was actually an exceptional student who excelled in mathematics and physics throughout his school years. When we delve deeper into Einstein's life, we start to uncover some fascinating details that contrast sharply with his public image. For instance, did you know that he struggled with the concept of fame? He was a private person who hated the idea of being idolized by the public. He would often avoid interviews and public appearances, preferring instead to focus on his work. Einstein's opinions were often controversial, to say the least. He was a strong advocate for pacifism and was fiercely critical of nationalism. His views on race relations were far ahead of his time, and he was a vocal supporter of the civil rights movement. And yet, despite these progressive views, he was also known to be quite sexist in his personal relationships. Despite his public image as a brilliant, yet slightly eccentric scientist, Einstein was a complex figure with many contradictions. He was both a passionate advocate for social justice and a flawed human being with his own set of biases and prejudices. One of the most revealing insights into Einstein's thoughts is a quote that's often overlooked. In a letter to a friend, he wrote, "The most important decision we make is whether we believe we live in a friendly or hostile universe." This quote speaks volumes about his views on the nature of reality and our place within it. This quote, in particular, gives us a glimpse into the more philosophical side of Einstein's thoughts, a side that's often overshadowed by his scientific achievements. It's a reminder that even the most brilliant minds are capable of profound introspection and nuance. Today, we've scratched the surface of the lesser-known aspects of Einstein's life and thoughts. By exploring these hidden facets, we gain a more nuanced understanding of this iconic figure and the many contradictions that made him human. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the lesser-known secrets of Albert Einstein. Leave a comment below and let me know what surprised you the most. And if you'd like to explore more fascinating stories about scientific figures, be sure to check out my video on the mysterious life of Nikola Tesla.